a then Republican congressional staffer lying face down in a New
Don't know if I'll make a video, but just in case, I'll make a little thumbnail face. Thumbnail face, shout out. All right. So apparently, this random woman tried to frame Democrats as doing some weird shit to her. So, what the fuck is going on?
These images show a then Republican congressional staffer lying face down in a New Jersey nature reserve. Her hands zip-tied behind her back, her body lacerated with Trump and a profane word written across her stomach.
Trump.
Tonight, federal prosecutors allege 26-year-old Natalie Green did this to herself. Part of an elaborate hoax meant to look like a politically motivated attack.
What the fuck is wrong with people? What? It's just, what are we doing? This is not real life. This is what we call the MAGA fucking cult. Why are you doing this to yourself? What do you benefit from doing this? Who do you help? What is going on? What? Yo, if someone on the left does this, you're fucking stupid too. But hey, man. Yeah, what the fuck? These people on MAGA are insane people.
According to the criminal complaint, at around 10:30 p.m. on July 23rd, an unnamed co-conspirator called 911, telling dispatch that she and Green had been walking the trail when three guys just attacked us.
Let me guess. One guy's black, another guy, and two others are immigrants. A black dude and two immigrants. I'm guessing that's how they identified them.
Politics and stuff, calling Green a racist. Police say they found Green crying loudly and yelling, "He has a gun, he has a gun." Investigators later found duct tape and black zip ties inside Green's Maserati. They also allege Green paid an artist $500 to cut her body just hours before the hoax attack. The court documents noting the cuts made to Green's skin at her request followed the exact same pattern as the lacerations observed when she was lying on the ground.
Those are real cuts? What the fuck? Trump is not gonna fuck you, all right? What is... Trump is not gonna pay attention to you. Okay? You're not young enough. You have to be around 15. Oh, bro, what the fuck is wrong with these women?
Green is now charged with conspiracy to convey false information and hoaxes and with making false statements. In a statement, her lawyer writing,
"These are the type of people that Andrew Wilson wants to get with." These are the women right here. These are Andrew Wilson's kind right here.
Under the law, she is presumed innocent. Today, the congressman she used to work for, Jeff Van Drew, said he hopes she's getting the care she needs.
I don't know.
She worked in politics? Or she worked in government?
Know any more than you all do, and we never would interfere with an investigation or a criminal process.
Aaron McLaughlin.
What? You notice how the craziest people are all on the right? What is going on with these people, bro?
NBC News.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but I don't think any hoax should be violent. I don't either, but at the end of the day, if you're crazy... Now, this wasn't just a... I think characterizing as a hoax might be a little no. Characterizing as a hoax might be a little... What word am I thinking? Misbelieving? No, Nah, I don't know. There's a word I'm thinking of. I just can't remember it. Yeah, a hoax probably would not be the best way to kind of look at it, but it definitely seems like a very intentional plot to create a conspiracy around the Democrats, or people that are perceived Democrat as insane. because ultimately this would be a political point, right? There is an overarching conversation taking place on which side proliferates more political violence in America right now. Now, if you're looking at polling, the people on the right try to use certain types of polls to enforce their point, even though they don't look at the full knowledge or the full scope of what the polls say. They say that, oh, yeah, certain people on the left are more willing to, like 24% are more willing to engage in certain levels of violence. But then when you look at the overall poll, it all says that the people who proliferate violence more in politics is the right, like by a good amount. So this would be a political stunt to change that perception that the people who proliferate violence is the left. Now, it didn't work because she's a fucking idiot. And it's again reinforces the point that the right are insane people pushing political violence. I mean, we all knew this was the case. I mean, Donald Trump just recently had a whole post talking about how certain people who do seditious behavior should be hung. But, you know, I digress. It's forced in the worst way. It is forced. It's just insanity. These people are cults. We knew this. I don't know how much more evidence do you need, but only cultists do dumb shit like this. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is insane behavior. It's not okay, boy. All right, I have more clips. I have more clips to talk about. Let's go down here.
Fortunately,
Okay. Potential reaction phase. W reaction phase. All right. I don't remember what this clip is about, but it involves creepy people doing creepy things. So, time to expose.
unfortunately, Mr. Recently married back.
Oh, I remember now. This guy was in ICE. Now you know exactly what the political agenda is. Let's do it.
Here is not one of those people. He works for ICE, and he is an auditor for them, a civilian employee. When he was arrested, he said, "I'm ICE boys." Well, you know, unfortunately for him, we locked him up, we put him in our jail. He got reappropriated to our jail, and my understanding is he helped send people to send federal authorities. I think he's going to see some federal authorities because I think the feds are going to take this case.
So, if you didn't see that, this guy, former ICE, was among 16 arrested in Operation Creep, a sex sting. So let's look up what Operation Creep is real quick. Operation Creep. This guy's a weirdo. Surprise, surprise. ICE are a bunch of weirdos. There might be some good eggs. I've yet to see them, but a lot of them are doing a lot of weird things going on right here. So let's look at the article. This is an article right here. And oh, look who's in front page. Oh, you guys are not seeing the right page. This one right here. Present, move down right here. Okay. ICE employee arrested in Operation Creep. Sexting told, "I'm ICE boys cops." Okay, let's read it. An ICE employee was one of 16 men arrested after allegedly trying to solicit sex from a minor. A minor. Officers stated a 3-day sting in Bloomington, about 10 miles south of Minneapolis, on November 5th, using several methods to find people who try to solicit sex from who they believe to be a 17-year-old girl. Disgusting. Nasty work. Him and his ICE boys, man. Most of the men lived in Twin Cities area. One of them is an auditor with ICE. When he's arrested, he said, "I'm ICE boys." So basically, okay, now I get the context. So when he was arrested, he tried to go like, "Oh, I'm ICE, so don't arrest me. I'm one of you guys. I'm ICE, boys. I'm ICE. We're on the same team." Yeah, I try to have sex with a minor, but we're on the same team. Do not clip that out of context. So he got locked up. He's a piece of shit. Surprise, surprise. But he's ICE though. They're here to help the people, right? That's what ICE is for. Help the people, right? All right, yeah. But we're not done there. I think there's another clip I got.
Students at Charlotte schools walked out
More
of the
ICE
classroom.
stuff.
They are protesting the presence of Border Patrol agents in their city. Meanwhile, Charlotte school district officials say more than 20,000 students walked out.
I just want to showcase. I want to pull out, congratulate, clap. These students are locked in together. One of the best ways to fight against corruption and evil is to just lock arms and protest. Now, I know Trump has said that he is fine with the military attacking protesters because he's a corrupt fascist who does not care about people. But you gotta stop locking arms, man. It's no different. At this point, we're reaching civil rights era kind of climate. Not all the way there, but it's creeping there. But that's not what I wanted to show. Shout out the students though. What I wanted to show is, I believe, this.
Trump, pardoned for storming the Capitol, has been arrested for child molestation and tried to bribe his victim with a January 6th payout. Here's what we know.
More MAGA sycophants trying to get with minors. Huh. More MAGA sycophants trying to get with minors. Is that no way? It's kind of like embedded in the ideology, right? Maybe, dare I say, they are reenacting, or they are learning from their leader on how to act. Well, I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of allegations of Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on.
A man who Trump pardoned for storming the Capitol has been arrested for child molestation and tried to bribe his victim with a January 6th payout. Here's what we know. Andrew Paul Johnson, a 44-year-old man who was recently pardoned by Donald Trump for storming the U.S. Capitol on January.
This is the guy that Andrew Wilson wants to be like in charge of America, by the way. Like, women should have less rights than guys like that, by the way. I just want you to know what Andrew Wilson wants. Just to let you know.
January 6, 2021, was arrested earlier this year after an investigation found that he had molested his ex-girlfriend's 11-year-old son 3 times.
Yo, what? What the fuck? Nah, bro. Like, I thought this was bad. I didn't think it was that bad. Yo, what? Oh, this is fucking insane. That is insane work, bro. That's insane work. He probably learned that from that. No, that's not something. No jokes here. I have more character than that. We ain't making a joke here. This guy's a piece of shit.
Johnson was arrested for engaging in disorderly and disruptive conduct for over 4 hours on January 6th after breaching the Capitol through a broken window. Court documents from his 2022 January 6th conviction state that he described himself as an American terrorist and proud Jan 6er. His was among
American terrorist and proud Jan 6er, but hey man, he gets pardoned though. He's an American patriot that gets pardoned though.
The roughly 1,500 pardons Trump issued on his inauguration day. Florida's Hernando County Sheriff's Office opened an investigation into Johnson in July 2025 after his ex found inappropriate messages between Johnson and her child, who then revealed that Johnson had molested him 3 separate times while the child was sleeping. Additionally, the child's sibling confirmed that when they were once in the back of Johnson's van, he completely exposed his penis to both of the kids and told them to look. When one of the children spoke,
Yo, what the fuck? This guy's a sicko. What the hell? Yo, this cult is whack. Should I be surprised? This cult is kind of cults usually do crazy and disgusting things like this. I mean, should we be surprised? But like, fuck. Yo. Oh man. Let's finish this up.
up about what Johnson was doing, he began to bribe his victim to keep him quiet. Police documents state that Johnson told the child that since he was pardoned for storming the Capitol on January 6, 2021, and he was being awarded $10 million as a result of being a Jan 6er.
What? Who's giving him $10 million? Is that a thing? Did I miss that? I'm pretty in tune with politics. I know a thing or two. When did we get to the point where Jan 6ers get $10 million? Did that not cross my radar? What the fuck?
He would put the children in his will to take any money he has left over when he dies. Though Trump has discussed the possibility of compensating those convicted for crimes related to the January 6th attack on the Capitol, nobody he pardoned has received any payments to date. Trump had previously called January 6th a day of love and stated that pardoned participants are patriots who were treated as hostages by the Justice Department. Johnson is expected back in court on December 10th for his child molestation charges.
We try to tell you who these people are. They're not good people. They're not good people. But when you're loyal, hey, you know what would be crazy? You know what would be insane? There's no way Trump would pardon them again, right? There's no way. I feel like this is too cutthroat. This is wild, bro. This is wild. These people are weird. Trying to get with minors, trying to get with little boys, trying to overthrow the Capitol. This cult, disgusting. And their leader, equally as disgusting. Oh, man. I think I have one more video before we get into some Ukraine-Russia research.
We don't want anybody.
So I don't even know the context. I think I'm gonna look into a little bit about this, but you know, thumbnail face. Probably should have done a more surprise thumbnail face for the last one, but apparently these Dems were making fun of Kristi Noem, who's a fucking moron, by the way. So let's see what's going on.
To kill dogs, especially. We really don't want anybody to kill dogs, especially the Secretary of Homeland Security. And so I would urge my colleagues to support this amendment that would rename the bill the Kristi Noem Canine Relief Act of 2025.
Yo, that's so petty. Yo, naming a bill. That is so funny. That is so fucking funny. Naming a bill after someone to make fun of them is crazy. Nah, what is politics right now? What is politics? What is going on, man? What is politics right now?
You had a couple moments. I would now like to do a spirited reading from the book by our Secretary of Homeland Security. It starts, I hated that dog. On the way home from a hunt, the dog on the way home from a pheasant hunt was untrainable, and it went to go attack the chickens. And at that moment, I realized I had to put her down. So I grabbed a gun and led Cricket to a gravel pit. Wasn't a pleasant job, but it had to be done. And after it was over, I realized another unpleasant job needed to be done. And so I went and got the family goat and brought that to the gravel pit. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to kill that goat with one shot.
Kill.
So anyway, I think the point of bringing it up is,
What? She just killed these pets just cuz? Wait, what? Yeah, I'm with you a little bit. These people are pro-life. They're not fucking pro-life. They're pro-life, pro-life. She was like, "Oh, the dog is pissing me off, so I'm just going to kill the dog." And then she was like, "You know what? I'm still in the mood to kill an animal, so let me go kill the goat too." What the fuck? You know what? You know what you call that? You call that serial killer behavior. Because what are we doing? Why are we just killing pets? What is going on here? Why is that our instinct? Is this woman a serial killer? I think the signs are pretty clear. And I don't know, why'd you put this in a book? Like, what? That's when you know, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care, man. Yo. All right, bro.
on the merits of the bill, we can debate the merits of the bill. But if we're just going to get on our high horse about animal cruelty, which I think we all agree on, by the way, I think there's unanimity here on animal cruelty. I just, want to make sure that we apply that universally, and I think that's what the gentleman from New York is just trying to remind our colleagues, who we have not seen in a while, that, the Secretary of Homeland Security also did not treat an animal in which we believe the animal should be treated.
I love the petty nature. Definitely a silly goose. I'm with you, boy. I love the pettiness. Fuck it. Be petty.